What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Gen X Games here. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about obtaining thralls in Sepermeru. Now, I just want to remind everyone that this is a non-gamer event in here. I just want to make sure and put that out there and make that very clear. Now, I don't know if it's just me or it's been so long that I don't remember, but getting thralls here is a bitch nowadays. It's like the radius of response got bigger or something like that, if that makes any sense. Meaning that it seems like there's a lot more thralls coming out of nowhere just to whoop your ass. Not only that, it's like Seth's truncheon, which is a legendary weapon, by the way, lost its oomph or punch, so to speak, and its durability too. So it doesn't even last that long, at least from what I remember. I actually had to go back and get 2 more because I didn't have a way to fix them, and I still don't until I at least hit a certain level or whatever or whatnot. Now, I understand that I could just use a Tinker's Bench, but come on, man. An ordinary steel trunch, I could see, but a legendary one? Come on, son. The fuck out of here with that shit. Let me put it like this. I actually ended up losing all of my named thralls that I got at New River, and one of them was a level 10. Now, luckily, I took the advice of one of my subscribers, Todd Estabrook. Shout out to Todd. And I talked to the wagon captain over there by the prison. More on that in a minute, but yeah, let me show you all how it went down and what happened. So basically, you find a thrall, and then you come up to them and you just give them a whack. Well, and every time that happens, shit goes sideways really quick. You know, people come out of any and everywhere. Next thing you know, there's like 5 or 6 people on top of you. It seems like even when you try to lure them outside, 2 or 3 more come and then they start running back in. But that's like really the only way that you could go ahead and do it. I did that and I still couldn't do it. But at that point, my man already died and now I'm on my own, and I decided just to go for it any fucking ways. I was able to lure him to the back corner. However, I only had the chance to get him after I killed a bunch of these guys, and then that's when I actually had a chance. And as you can see, you could even see that one of them just scurried off, so I got lucky. I don't know if I would have been able to do it if that guy stayed around, but I was able to knock this dude out and everything was cool. But then I come over here and I'm walking outside, and the next thing you know, I see this lady hanging out and she's just wandering outside. I'm like, oh, perfect opportunity, you know? So we go ahead and we decide to handle this lady, but then this lady's fucking us up. And it's like, Jesus, man, it's just one person. Like, why? And then why is it taking so long for this truncheon to knock her out? And then the next time we just happen to go up looking for some more thralls, you know, and bam, a Nora Steelfingers. And you want to get this one because this girl right here, she makes legendary kits, a kit that you need in order to, you know, fix your legendary weapons. She's able to do it. I just happened, that was the third one we ran up on. So I was like, oh, great, let's do it. But even in this situation, you know, it started out with just one person around. But then next thing you know, there's 1, 2, 3, you know, 3 more people came out of nowhere, and that's where we're at. And it's just crazy, man. They just come out of you from nowhere, but luckily we were able to get her, wrapped her up, laced her up, put her on the thing. We're good to go. The good thing is, like I mentioned earlier, the subscriber Todd told me to talk to that wagon captain. And I was talking to this guy, and basically what this dude says is, you look for sorcerers, you kill them, bring back their skull, and they'll hook you up with a little payment. But if you want a little bit more payment, then you'll bring them alive. So basically, like, you're knocking out these thralls, you knock out one of the sorcerers, bring them up to life, and bring them up to their cage. The other thing is there's one who tells the sorcerers what to do, and they said the only way you could bring those in is if you kill them. I don't know who he's talking about, so if anybody knows, let me know. But then you get paid in these ancient obelisk coins. So I went ahead and did that. Here's what a obelisk coin looks like. So I went over there, started knocking out these sorcerers. I brought a couple back on a rope, and I bought a couple skulls back. And when you kill these sorcerers, you actually get these little satchels. I wasn't sure if you were supposed to use them right then and there or what. I still don't. I have a bunch of them, but I used one and I got a map. And then here's the map that I got, and it's a place to go to. Since I started looking it up, since my other subscriber, what was his name? Carbe said, hey, look into it. So I started looking into it. So there's this place you got to go to get a crafting table. I'm like, oh shoot, now is everything starting to make sense. So I started hunting up some sorcerers, got some sorcerers, and then I got this map as well. I suggest this is what I did. I came back here where the blacksmith and the armorers are. Behind there is this little area right here where before there was nothing, but now there's these sorcerers out there. So you just go back here And if you have a thrall, you could kill all these people. And that's all I did. I just farmed these people over and over and over again. Then that gave me enough money to, once my last thrall was killed, to go to these merchants, the wagon merchants, right? And I don't know if you noticed that this person right here is a Delencia. So that's the other thing. Now let's go ahead and talk about that part of this game. That's new. What you're seeing right here are the thralls that I actually obtained going through over and over again, trying to find one that pops up in Sepermeru. The ones I obtained here are on the outskirts with the least amount of people around as possible. And it took a minute to do. I even lost all my new river name thralls to do this. So I was able to get these people and got probably, ain't gonna lie, half of these people in here. The other half, I went into cloak mode and just went, fuck it. Let me just get what I want, you know, since I'm an admin anyways. That was before I got the sorcerers, and I talked to that wagon captain, right? And I started farming sorcerers, and I got 350 ancient obelisks. And with that 350 ancient obelisks, I got 3 Janoses, this guy, Varpnirs, and a couple of Delencias. And that, to me, was worth it. I'd rather go to the back, not be bothered, kill all those sorcerers over and over and over again, and get these caliber of people. Now 2,000, not bad. It's this guy is a beast. He's not too bad either, you know, for this level at this point. 2,800. These Varpnirs are horrible. They're 1938. The bow girls over here are more than that, so they're 2,500. So these ladies right here, they'll kick some ass for you. This is my bear. I think this low, but see, they're just as low as the Varpnirs. But the Delencias, 3,200, can't beat that. And let's see how well they level up. I don't know how quick. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, so they start out at 3,100. This one is level 3 at 3,200. So whatever. I used her to fight some rhinos earlier to try to get all these people some armor. Right, so that's what I gotta do now, is I gotta level this thrall up. So that's the deal. So is it good or is it bad? I don't know. It's like, do you want the battle? And I ain't gonna lie, man, like, I'm on the easy level. You know, I changed it up probably the first couple times I started going for one of these thralls here in Sepermeru, and it was no joke, man. Those guys were just whooping my ass. Going through that, having to get extra truncheons and all that kind of stuff. The sorcerer part of this, farming the sorcerers, getting the coin to do that, and getting these caliber of fighters along with your side at early in this stage of the game, I think is a big plus. It's hard farming these thralls, I ain't gonna lie. And if you try to do it inside the city, it's gonna be taxing. You're gonna take your lumps. But just to farm those sorcerers, at least in Sepermeru, I don't know where it's at in anywhere else or anything like that, but in Sepermeru, if you want to just farm those sorcerers, take them some skulls and take them as thralls, I think this is the way to go. Let's just put it like this: it took less time farming the sorcerers than it did probably to get all these, and losing my other thralls. If you ask me, is it better? I don't know. I mean, if anybody knows under the comments like what they feel, I know shit got nerfed. I mean, I hear it all the time. Whatever fucking nerf means, I'm assuming they got soft. Things just got weak. So I'm assuming your weapons got weaker, the armor got weaker, that the damage that you deal is weaker. It seems like it to me. So much so that it almost makes the game not fun anymore. At the same time, you know, maybe they give you these caliber of fighters in the beginning so you could get over that. Maybe they do want it to be more of a challenge, you know. I don't know if it's my controller or whatever, or I'm really new. Just fighting in general seems it's a little sloppy in this game to not have a lot of damage. Like, you know, it's hard to control this guy just swinging shit in the first place. Believe it or not, at least in my opinion, it's worse with the force facing fighting and the lock enabled. It's worse with that sometimes. So I try to leave it off, but I don't know, man. This is all subjective, I'm sure. And again, I ain't no pro, but just having played this game before, and you don't get these people till way later. Let's just say I got Delencia way later in the game. You know, I already had my knight iron, the other armor, the black armor, my other thralls with me had that black armor, whatever it was, I forget. So is it worth it? I say yes, and I say no, because the fighting sucks and you're gonna get your ass whooped a lot. So if that is the case and you're new, especially like me, I would highly suggest that you go in your admin settings if you're playing solo mode and check off that drop equipment shit ASAP before you even start doing this. I would lower your stamina settings so you can have all the stamina you want, because if not, you're gonna get ran, and that and that's just the way it is. You'll be hunting thralls forever. You could, let's just put it like this: if you try to hunt thralls and do it the OG way and not go through the merchants, you'll be at level 60 before you even think about leveling up your first thrall. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. Like you won't be able to play the game. So that's the only downfall in my opinion. What do you guys think? Tell me what your guys' thoughts are. Is it better? Is it worse? Is it good? Is it not? Until next time, see you later.